let's get into it. Let's see what the BBC have to say. No, not that kind of BBC. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing today? It's day 21 of the Holy Epstein War, sponsored by Israel, spearheaded by Trump. Today we're going to be catching up with some news. UK and allies condemn Iran attacks on oil and gas facilities. Already that title's crazy to me.
Israel.
In a joint statement, the leaders of the UK, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands and Japan have condemned in what they say are the strongest terms attacks by Iran on gas and oil installations. After Israel struck the South Pars gas field on Wednesday, Iran...
Hold up. Wait, maybe she's going to say it. Maybe she's going to say, they also said to Israel, no.
responded with retaliatory attacks overnight throughout the Gulf. And this has led to a sharp jump in global energy prices.
I mean, duh.
You don't say. You don't say.
Meanwhile, in a strongly worded post, Donald Trump warned Iran against further attacks in Qatar after extensive damage.
Ooh, strongly worded post.
To energy facilities there. Posting on Truth Social, the president...
I got this. Israel, out of anger for what is taking place in the Middle East, has violently lashed out at a major facility known as South Pars gas field in Iran. A relatively small section of the whole has been hit. The United States knew nothing about this particular attack, and the country of Qatar was in no way, shape or form involved with it, nor did it have any... Sorry, I can't keep that up.
Said the US knew nothing about the Israeli strike on the South Pars gas field.
Lies and slander!
President Trump said if Iran attacks that hub again, the US would, quote, massively blow up the entirety of the South Pars gas field at an amount of strength and power that Iran has never seen before. Well, Qatar's state...
Why? Like, why are we trying to dial this up? Like, why are we trying to make this worse? I don't understand. Like, things are getting out of control. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. And it's going to only get worse.
It is.
Iran's South Pars is part of the biggest natural gas field in the world, with which both Qatar and Iran operate facilities in. Israel is yet to comment.
Of course. They're just secretly somewhere doing something sneaky. That's what they're doing. Probably trying to put together a new AI video of Netanyahu. Sorry, Satanyahu. This is bad. I think up until this point things have been bad, but we're crossing really... I say we. Why do I keep saying we? You. If you're an American right now, you got to ask yourself why you guys are really escalating this thing. I swear you guys have no appetite at home for the war, right? Like, I've seen your recent polling, and you, contrary to what's happening in Israel, you lot aren't on this. So surely, I mean, what can you do? Ultimately, it's already happening, but surely you're not happy with this.
As Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth has been speaking in the last couple of hours, talking about the wider conflict. He said Iran's ability to manufacture new ballistic missiles has probably taken the hardest hit after combined strikes by the US and Israel.
Nice, probably. Okay, cool.
Our objectives, unchanged, on target, and on plan.
Such a douchebag.
Destroy missiles, launchers, and Iran's defense industrial base so they cannot rebuild. Destroy their navy, and Iran never gets a nuclear weapon.
I mean, okay, whatever.
We've hit hundreds of their defense industrial bases directly. Their ability to manufacture new ballistic missiles has probably taken the hardest hit of all.
Probably Hegseth. Do you think? Is that a possibility? I bet you're just going to wheel off some numbers now, and that's going to make this all go away.
Ballistic missile attacks against our forces, down 90% since the start of the conflict. Same with one-way attack UAVs. Think kamikaze drones, down 90%. The last job anyone in the world wants right now? Senior leader for the IRGC or Besiege. Temp jobs. All of...
He threw a little joke in there just to make it more palatable. Yeah. Cool. Temp jobs, right. Nobody wants to be head of anything in Iran at the moment because you just get killed. It's a sorry sorry short shelf life. Wow, powerful alliteration on my part there. That's incredible.
Damn, I'm good.
And to borrow a page from Admiral Ernest King in World War II, we've decided to share the ocean with Iran. We've given them the bottom half.
Huh. What an interesting quote. So, are you gave them permission to shut the strait? So technically, then this is all your fault?
Makes sense.
We've damaged or sunk over 120 of their Navy ships, with battle damage assessments pending for many more. See, oftentimes we have to wait a few days on battle damage assessment to get the real number.
Yeah.
Their surface
America.
fleet is no longer a factor. We wouldn't want to set a definitive time frame on that, but as we've said, we're on plan. So we're looking at those metrics very closely.
I would really like to know if there actually is a plan or if they're just making shit up as they go along. More and more they fuck shit up and then they just kind of adjust and say, okay, maybe next time we'll do this, and then we'll just adjust the percentage on how many missiles they've got this time. Oh, by the way, we have given them some of the ocean, so yeah, technically they can... Oh, shut up, man.
Although this war has changed significantly since day one, the message from the Pentagon and from Pete Hegseth has not.
Wait. What was the whole ambition of the war in the first place? I think this needs to be established because first they said, was it nuclear reasons? And then they said it was regime change. No, sorry. Nuclear reasons, helping the protesters to free them from a terrible regime. And then, I don't know. At this point, I don't even know.
And I think, it was quite deliberate. He's, saying, we keep our focus. We've got the same objective. The problem I think that the Americans have here now is that Iran is fighting a different war to the one the Americans started with, and it's causing the US significant problems. And
maybe you shouldn't have started a war. How about that?
We heard again that the Americans say that they have been striking ballistic missile launch sites, and the missiles...
I'm a tangerine, the most powerful tangerine in the world.
Allowed them to control the Strait of Hormuz, which has had this huge effect, of course, on global markets and the price of oil.
Which everybody knew would happen if they ever tried such a thing. Every single war games that's been conducted has resulted in the strait being closed by the Iranians. This is something that was commonly known. But maybe Donald didn't read his briefing that day before he decided to let Netanyahu twist his arm and jump into war.
Escalating war over the region's energy production infrastructure, which is really serious. You're seeing the effects of that. And there was really very, very little in that briefing about tactically how the Americans plan to deal with either of those things. So
there's no plan, buddy. I hate to break it to you. There is literally no plan. Y'all are just freestyling it at this point, so I guess we just gotta buckle up and
shipping. But generally, there was very, very little on the way that the Iranians sort of shifted the way they're fighting this war and what the Americans are actually doing in response to that.
And it was interesting to hear Pete Hegseth say that there was no definitive time frame for ending the war, but at the...
Of course, everything has just changed. I swear he was describing it as an excursion. That's what the orange man was saying. Just a quick excursion. Like a quick excursion. Then he said he could pretty much end it at any time or something to that effect. And then he said he's gonna trust his gut. He'll have a feeling when it's nearly done. This is some batshit crazy situation right now, and we're all just along for the ride, really.
At the same time, looking at my notes from earlier, he said, addressing the American people, the media here, not all of it, wants you to think that we are spinning towards an endless abyss, a forever war. And that is a point that the administration is incredibly sensitive about, isn't it?
They should be, because it is going to be a forever war. For any Iranian who had some positive sentiment towards the West in their heart, that has now been crushed because they're just getting bombed. This is how vengeance, revenge, anything that can be constituted as negative energy towards the West, this is how it all spawns and builds, because of bullshit like this. It's insane.
It's really sensitive about that because, of course, President Trump stood twice on in elections that he won on a platform of not repeating the mistakes of the past, not getting bogged down into an Iraq-style war that goes on for years that involves
This man is just so orange.
nation building that tries to spread American ideals to parts of the Middle East. Pete Hegseth has been really clear about that. But the problem they have is
He just wants to go home and look at pictures of Joe Biden. That's pretty much what he wants to do. You could tell, you know. Well, he's probably sat there reminiscing about Epstein. He's probably thinking, damn, Jeffrey, I wish you could see this. Jeffrey, may our secrets forever remain.
exactly the opposite, that is suggesting they've been betrayed. And also suggesting, again, falsely, that it was the mainstream media that had run fake AI images that the Iranians had disseminated about the war and effectively accusing them of sort of rerunning Iranian.
He's losing it, man. Honestly, I say he's losing it. He's lost it. He's not there. Like, America, you need to do this whole 25th Amendment stuff and just get rid, bro. Get rid. Like, bro needs to sail off into the sunset, but not peacefully. Definitely not peacefully. Preferably on fire into the sunset. Although looking at his face, it does. He's already crispy. It's diabolical shit, man. Honestly.
Propaganda. Well, there's no evidence for that. And it's, of course, really been social media where this sort of torrent of AI images have proliferated.
Bro just hates the media. That's just it. If you report the truth, Trump hates it. Report the news, Trump hates it. That's how it goes. Can't stand it, bro. Can't stand it.
And ironically, it is this administration that has loosened all of the regulations and rules on social media companies.
Also, ain't the administration on social media posting up the craziest of things? Like, they're using like Wii Sports clips in tandem with like dropping bombs and shit. Like, it's insane, man. You tapped. Such tapped people.
But I think, it takes you to the issue that I think the administration is really determined to try and grip control of the narrative on this conflict at the moment.
Tom, sorry to interrupt.
She's eager to jump in.
I just want to squeeze in one more question, very briefly, if you would, with your response. Are we going to get any clarification on President Trump saying that he didn't know that Israel was planning to strike the Iranian part of the South Pars gas field?
He definitely knew, 100%. This guy's just a well-known liar, though. So obviously you can't believe anything he says, but he absolutely knew.
He did, or at least that the administration did.
Well, I think we will, because President Trump, as you know, within, I think, the next hour or so is due the White House meeting the Japanese premier. So, of course, his claim that the Americans didn't know.
I really hope, the Japanese prime minister, I think it is. I really hope I think it's a she. I really hope she challenges, man, about this. Like, leaders need to say something, speak up, push back. I mean, I think it's diabolical that they are condemning Iran when they were the one that got attacked. Like, like they said they would hit you back. Hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. That's what they said. So how you then not gonna condemn the man them that hit them in the first place, which was Israel and of course America. America knew. Now, let's not believe. We're not gonna believe their bullshit. Like, he didn't know. Damn.
Predicts the briefings that the Israelis have been putting out after they struck oil depots.
Can't believe they hit South Park, man. That's crazy.
Earlier in the war, the Americans were really unhappy about that. So the Israelis have been saying that they're not doing anything without American consent or approval.
All right, well, typical BBC propaganda. You know what? Let's have a look at the comments. Let's have a little look at the comments. Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see if people actually agree with my sentiment right now. Double standards at its best, absolutely. You all see the double standards here, right? Did they condemn Israelis who struck gas infrastructure first? Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. It's just incredible. Oh, it's not okay for Iran to target an oil terminal, but 2 missiles on a school is. Yo, fair point, Michael Mather 7352. How about Israel attack on Iran? How dare they fight back, especially after the genocide they just watched? Listen, I don't think the people are buying it, man. The people aren't buying it, which is good. I think Iranian regime aside, you look at the way events have been unfolding, and I don't believe there is any way you can really think that this was the right course of action. It's just insane. Initial attack on 168 school children by American forces. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's not forget, America killed those schoolgirls, tried to blame Iran for it. Let's just not forget it. America killed those schoolgirls. Let's not forget, yeah? Take care of yourself.